Luffy stood there aghast. He knew he wasn't the smartest of their nakama, but he also knew sure enough what that word meant. And he understood entirely why she was afraid. He raised his hand, desperate to reach out and comfort her, but she visibly recoiled, scrunching her face trying, vainly, to hold back more hot tears. The motion, unconscious or not, stung him. After what felt like eternity, she finally looked into his eyes. "What will you do, Luffy?" She spoke softly, sadly. "Do?" Luffy asked, genuinely confused. She replied, louder, and angrier. "Yes, Luffy, what will you do? I need an answer." Luffy wasn't sure where her newfound boldness came from, and right now he wasn't sure if he liked it. It would have exhilarated him if he wasn't so worried. "Are you willing to take responsibility? Will you be a father to this child? Will you be my partner in life? And maybe in time, my husband?" She paused, for an uncomfortable period of time that set him on edge. Her doe eyes shimmered with as yet unshed tears and anxiety. "Because if the answer to any of the above is no, I won't hold a grudge, but I won't stick around either. I'll go." Luffy started panicking, sweating, and looked at her with desperate white eyes. He couldn't lose her. "Go. Go where?" "Maybe back to Cocoa Village. Maybe elsewhere. Somewhere I can raise this child, alone," she replied, trying to hide the sobs bubbling up inside with an air of indifference. "I got by just fine without a father, and I'd prefer that for this child than for them to see their father every day and not know him. So if you don't want a wife and kid holding you back from your dream, I'll take the mini Mary and leave. I won't ever bother you again, but you'll have to find yourself another navigator." Nami found herself wrapped in Luffy's embrace, his arms literally wrapped around them both several times over, his face pressed against her shoulder. It felt warm, and she wanted to stay like this forever, but she knew it wouldn't last. "Luffy, what's your answer?" she finally said, feeling her voice start to break. She became aware of his face leaving her shoulder as he said softly into her ear, "No more distractions. We press on, for Laugh Tale." Nami could have strangled the idiot at this point, if her arms were free. Her anger flared in her outcry. "Damn it, Luffy, is that all you care about even now? Finding the One Piece? Becoming the Pirate King?" "Well, that is still important, though now I have another dream to top it," he replied, pulling back to look at her. He wore a smile, but not his usual dopey carefree grin. This was a smile of sincerity, dependability, and love. "How else am I supposed to build a castle for my pirate queen, and our pirate princess? What makes you so sure it will be a girl?" She replied coyly in spite of her sniffles, hardly daring to believe he had said the words she was hearing. His smile stayed exactly where it was as he replied, "Well, a son would be fun." His smile gradually broke into that familiar dopey grin, "But a daughter would be awesome. She'd be smart, strong and brave, just like her mom." That did it. Nami's face fell against Luffy's neck and she cried aloud. Luffy let her, burying his face in her long orange-red hair, reveling in its sweet scent. In fact, she bawled her eyes out, finally letting go of her built-up anxiety, soaking his shoulder with tears and a fair amount of snot. But this time they were happy tears. He was still an idiot without a plan. But at least he was her idiot without a plan, who somehow always pulled through and brought people together. And this time she was sure. They were in this together, and together they would endure. The Pirate King, his Pirate Queen, their Pirate Princess or Prince and their Nakama. Together they were a force no other pirate, marine, world noble, or even a god could undo. And they paid no mind to the blue eye that had just vanished from the far side of the room. Where stories live. Discover now.